Now this is a weird box. Prime Video, The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. I think that's close. Thank you and good night, April 14th, final season. That's not what is in this box. Believe me. Just very interesting though. I have a collection of flutes, some of which aren't here. Some of them are someplace else. And those that are someplace else, I specifically use for teaching instructional classes if I am doing a group type of flute playing lesson. The flutes are pretty much all the same. And they represent excuse me a second. I'm going to need my knife out again. They represent different eras of manufacture or kind of different versions of the same flute. And these are flutes that I find mostly locally. This one came from more northern Oregon, but it's still kind of local, up in the Portland area. Wow, this has been taped like crazy here. And these are flutes that are used at the OSU, Oregon State University class on playing the Native American style flute. It's taught by Jan Michael Lookingwolf. He is the professor there. And you have to have the exact flute when you take that class. Mostly to ensure that everybody is playing a flute that is tuned the same way. They are A flutes. And this particular one is what I am going to call a transitional version of that flute. And I would also like to point out, remind you, emphasize that when you are buying a new flute, other people have played this. Reportedly, someone purchasing a used version of one of these developed a very, very life-threatening illness. So I want to emphasize that whenever you purchase any type of Native American style flute, any type of an instrument where you are putting it up to your mouth, hopefully you're not putting it into your mouth, should be just up to your lips, but even then, there is the possibility of contamination, germs, diseases, things like that. So buyer beware. I will also say that I have purchased a whole lot of flutes used, and I've never had a bad experience in that type of a case. Nothing has made me sick, ill. I haven't gotten any diseases or anything like that, but it could happen. The first one looked exactly the same as this, made from Spanish cedar. Has this kind of a Canyonlands style, is what I'm going to call that, Canyonlands style block. The mouthpiece is carved or machined like High Spirits Little Hawk flute used to be. They don't offer that anymore. And the Little Hawk used to be a 5-hole flute. This hole wasn't there. It was their most simple flute years ago. And I can't quite see the year on this. I will include some pictures in the playing portion of this. But kind of a little bit cruder shaped mouthpiece than the standard ones from High Spirits Flutes. Now, this is the first one that also has the One Heart logo. Which is, it's a part of that flute playing class. One piece board design, Spanish cedar. This one, all of his flutes were required to be a 6-hole flute. And the reason I'm calling this a transition flute is because it has both the regular High Spirits that were on his first ones and the One Heart logo. And it's still kind of the older mouthpiece design with what I'm going to say the original or the Mesa style block. Here's what it sounds like dry. Took me a while to get that quarter hole sounding right. Sorry. Great flute, great little flute, and I love to use these for my group lesson type things. And I had one of these transitional flutes earlier, and I ended up selling it to a student at OSU that was taking that class, and they needed a flute, and they didn't want to pay the regular bookstore price because you have to buy these through the OSU, Oregon State University bookstore, as part of your supply package. It's a flute. I think it comes with a different type of bag than what this came with. It's kind of a basic black, nice bag. It says One Heart on it now. And this might have been one of the original bags. I don't know. It doesn't look to me like that tie has ever been removed. That looks very, very much like what you would see from the original flute and from something that you would get from High Spirits. So I'm going to have to take that off. Usually there's a rubber band on there that quite often degrade over time, over years, and this is an older flute. Again, let me see if I can find that date. It does have the rubber band there. It does have a date. November 23rd, 2010. And now let's do a quick sound sample with some added reverb and delay. They may be very simple flutes. I really enjoy the way these perform. Very consistent, and I can understand why these are required, and you can't bring in any generic A flute to take the class with. They play flutes together, you know, in duet type situations, but they all have to be playing the same thing, especially in a huge class situation. There might be 150 students in a big class setting, and all students are trying to play the exact same song. So if you're sitting in that class and everybody's playing a different A flute, some don't sound the same. Some are going to be tuned a little bit differently in things. That could be terrible, real terrible. So I completely understand why it is required to have a specific flute. And these are extremely consistent. I want to thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you haven't yet, please subscribe. And there's a little bell right down there next to the subscription button. And it might have changed from what I've seen on YouTube. They're kind of changing the format of what I'm seeing on my computer anyway. So it might have moved, but still, click the bell so that you can be notified the next time that I post some kind of a video. It could be taking a first look at a flute that is new to me. This one is kind of a replacement for one that I sold, and I regretted selling it a few years later. So I'm glad that I was able to find another one. This one is in pristine condition. Just not a ding on it. It's wonderful. Anyway, please subscribe. And the videos that I produce are mainly centered around the Native American flute. Could be taking a first look. It could be a more in-depth review of Native American style flute. It could be a first look at another type of instrument, guitars, rav drums, for example, things like that. Could be a music video where the Native American style flute kind of takes the place in most cases of vocals for my tunes. There are maybe 3 or 4 songs that I do vocalize on, but for the most part, they're instrumentals, and the flute is taking the melody line. Could be by itself, it could be with other instruments. I want to thank you for tuning in today and watching. Please share this with your friends. They might be interested in this content as well. And I hope you have a great day. Take care.